My beloved child, tonight something is unfolding around your name so silently, so powerfully that even the version of you who once walked away from your own dream is now standing in a storm you never expected. Your own mind, once filled with plans, visions, and quiet determination, has been turned into a battlefield where fear pulled the plug, erased your courage, and forced you to step back from the very future your soul designed. And the reason is not small. It is so shocking that even you are shaking while trying to understand how everything collapsed in a single moment. A strange heaviness has been hovering over you since the day you were forced to bury your ambition. Not because you wanted to, but because a voice inside, or someone else's doubt, stepped in with an authority you thought you could not challenge. A pressure so intense that even your hands froze while reaching for your first step. You did not want to lose the last connection you had with your purpose, but you felt cornered, quieted, and restricted like a traveler forced to stop right before the summit. Your heart was screaming your own potential, but your fear forced your lips shut as if your own greatness had suddenly become forbidden. Something happened behind your back, something you were completely unprepared for. Someone, or some deep uncertainty living inside you, discovered how deeply you cared about your own path. How your vision lit a fire inside you that could not be extinguished. And this someone could not handle it. This someone could not risk losing control over your direction. The moment your goal flashed in your mind, it triggered a chain of events so intense that the shadow of self-doubt stepped forward, snapped, and decided you were the reason you were drifting away from safety. And so, it banned every form of action toward your dream. It acted fast. Harshly. Without mercy. You never imagined a day would come when your vision, the dream you kept hidden in the deepest corner of your memory, would be erased by force. Your hands trembled. Your chest tightened. Your thoughts spun in circles. You wanted to shout your purpose, run toward it, break every limit, but you felt surrounded. Doubt, criticism, the weight of what others might say, all of them were watching your every move, every pause, every glance at the next step. You could not risk bringing more chaos into your own life. So instead, you swallowed the pain, let the silence win, and prayed that somehow you would feel that none of this was your true choice. Not even for a second. But here is the truth that nobody is telling you. Your connection with your own purpose is not over. In fact, it is becoming even stronger. Because the moment you were forced to silence your boldest plan, something inside you snapped awake. A realization. A quiet rebellion. A rising storm. And now you are searching for ways to reach your goal again, not through old methods, not through easy roads, but through actions that cannot be stopped, blocked, or erased. You are preparing to break the very wall that was placed between you and your passion. You are ready to fight for your purpose in ways you never dared before. A new wave of tension rises around your story, and it begins the moment your silence starts to feel unnatural, almost too heavy, because behind that silence, something is boiling. Fear thought stopping you from chasing your dream would break your spirit, but instead, it awakened a fire you can no longer hide. You walk around with your purpose echoing in your thoughts, your passion pushing through every barrier placed around you. And the more you try to suppress it, the stronger it becomes, as if the universe itself is pulling you back toward your destiny with force you cannot resist. Stay with me, because what unfolds now is far more intense than you can imagine. Your world is no longer fully your own. The voices around you, or the voices inside, are watching, questioning, trying to control. Every time an opportunity lights up in front of you, even if it is not perfect, you feel a spark of hope, only to be reminded of the fear that once held you back. You were not just told to pause your dream. You were warned. Watched. Pushed into a corner. Someone, or something, fears the power your passion holds over you, and the power you feel when it comes to your true calling. But you are not built to stay controlled for long. You were shaking when you paused your dream, but your mind was already planning ways to restart it. Fear tried to cage your heart, but the problem is, your heart has already chosen your path. What makes this more dramatic is that the very doubt that tried to stop you now suspects that silencing your dream will not stop anything. It senses something deeper, something unbreakable, a bond between you and your purpose that words cannot explain. So it tightens the restrictions, pushes harder, tries to isolate you completely, but all it does is make you even more determined to reach your goal. There is a moment coming, just ahead, where you will break every limit. You have started hiding things now, creating secret pathways to reach your dream again. You are saving pieces of your vision in places no one can find. You are tracing back old plans in your mind, memorizing every detail that connects you back to your purpose. You are preparing yourself for a move so bold that even the voice of doubt watching your every step will not see it coming. And this time, you will not be stopped. Not by fear. Not by pressure. Not by anyone trying to control your choices. The story is shifting. The pressure that was meant to separate you from your dream is turning into the exact force that pushes you toward it with unstoppable momentum. Something unexpected is about to crack, a truth, a confrontation, a decision you were too afraid to make before. And once that moment hits, the silence that has kept you apart from your purpose will shatter, revealing the real reason behind everything. A reason that will turn your heart, your thoughts, and your entire understanding of this situation upside down. A shift has begun. Quiet. Invisible. But powerful enough to shake every wall that was built to keep you and your purpose apart. The fear that forced you to silence your dream thought control would be enough, but something unexpected is unfolding behind the scenes. You have started moving differently. Your silence is no longer a sign of giving up. It is the calm before a rebellion. You are watching everything, studying every moment, and waiting for the exact second when you can break through the barrier placed around you. And this time, you will not hesitate. Stay with me, because the tension rising now is the kind that changes destinies. Deep inside, you are fighting a war no one around you can see. The pressure is heavy. You feel the weight of doubt constantly watching you, every step, every hesitation, every breath examined. You know that one wrong move could cause a collapse you are not ready for, but pretending not to care about your dream is the hardest part. Your hands tremble when you think of how close you once were to your purpose, how deeply your vision shaped your days, and how painful it felt to silence yourself. But the truth is, you never erased your dream. Not from your memory. Not from your soul. The fear that interfered believes it has complete control. It does not realize you are no longer afraid. You have started gathering things, ideas you saved, notes stored elsewhere, pieces of old plans kept secretly. Small fragments of your purpose that you held onto for the day you would return to your dream. These hidden pieces have become your fuel, your courage, your reminder that giving up was never an option. The more fear tries to push you away from your purpose, the more you realize how necessary your dream is in your life. A moment is coming, a moment even you did not expect. A step you were forced not to take will echo inside you until it becomes impossible to ignore. The silence between you and your goal is turning heavy, magnetic, unbearable. You feel the absence of your purpose like a wound, and that pain is pushing you toward a decision you never had the courage to make before. You are ready to risk the consequences, to defy the old rules, to step out of the cage, because your heart is already running toward your dream, ignoring every warning, every threat, every boundary set by fear. You are planning something bold. Something secret. Something unstoppable. You are preparing to find a way back to your purpose, not through the old path, but through a new one no one can block. And when this plan unfolds, the truth behind why you were silenced, restricted, and held back will come forward like lightning. A truth that reveals what fear was trying to hide, and why your dream was seen as a threat powerful enough to try to control. A new wave of intensity rises now, the kind that makes everything around your story feel electric, charged, dangerously close to exploding. You have reached a point where holding back is no longer possible. The silence forced upon you is starting to crack from the inside. You were pushed away from your dream, forced to silence your voice, controlled like you had no say in your own life. But your heart refuses to stay silent any longer. Your spirit is waking up. Your courage is sharpening. Your emotions are turning into fuel. The fear that silenced you thought it had won. But something is happening that it never predicted. You are beginning to push back, quietly, subtly, but unmistakably. You have started ignoring the invisible leash that was placed around you. You are distancing yourself from the very doubt that tried to own you. Your reactions have changed. Your eyes no longer obey the old fears. Your energy has shifted completely. Fear thought it could restrict your future, but all it did was trigger a transformation inside you that cannot be reversed. This situation is becoming larger than a lost opportunity. It is becoming an internal awakening. You are beginning to see through the lies, through the fear, through the pressure that was used to keep you from your dream. You have started doubting every instruction you were forced to follow. You have begun asking yourself why you allowed anyone, including your own fear, to dictate your path. And the truth you are discovering is powerful. The bond you feel with your purpose is not just emotional. It is anchored deep, beyond the reach of anyone trying to interfere. No restriction can erase what was written into your destiny. The more fear tries to separate you from your dream, the more you feel drawn toward it with unbearable force. You are having moments of clarity, flashbacks, sudden memories of why you started in the first place. You are feeling impulses you cannot control, reaching for your notebook, your tools, your plans, even when fear tells you to stop. You scroll through old ideas, old visions, old hopes stored not in any device, but in your soul. And each memory carries one message. Find your way back. It is this desire that is turning into an unstoppable decision. Soon, you will no longer accept the distance forced between you and your dream. Your next move will be the boldest one yet. Before this part ends, hear this clearly. Nothing can stop what is coming. The voice that tried to break your spirit underestimated the strength of your heart. It thought silence would end everything, yet you are preparing to break that silence in a way that will shock everyone watching. And as this moment builds, as the story edges closer to the breaking point, this is your moment to stay anchored, stay focused, and stay present in this unfolding destiny. The air around this story is tightening now, pulling everything toward a single point where the truth can no longer hide. You have reached a level of emotional pressure that even you did not expect. What started as forced silence has now become a storm building inside you. Quiet on the outside, uncontrollable on the inside. Fear thought it had full control, but you are moments away from snapping that control in half. Stay with me, because what you are about to feel in this part is the closest you have come yet to the truth. Something happened the moment you set aside your dream, something fear did not account for. It triggered guilt inside you. It triggered longing. It triggered rebellion. And most importantly, it triggered awareness. You now know exactly why fear wanted you to stop. It was not random. It was not insecurity. It was fear of losing its hold over your future. Your dream became the threat fear could not ignore, because with your purpose alive, its control was slipping. But the shocking truth is deeper. Fear discovered a plan, one you wrote but never shared. A plan that revealed your real commitment to your dream, your dedication, the way you saw your goal not as a passing thought, but as something meaningful and irreplaceable. That unshared plan changed everything. It exposed your heart. And fear panicked. It realized you were ready to choose your dream in a way it could not compete with. That is why it acted so aggressively. That is why it forced you to stop. That is why your purpose became forbidden in your own mind. Now you are carrying a heavy mix of emotions, anger for being held back, regret for pausing your progress, and a burning desire to undo what was done. You are not sleeping properly. You replay the moment you stopped over and over, feeling like you betrayed yourself. Fear does not understand that forcing someone to let go only makes the attachment stronger. Every time you imagine losing your dream forever, something inside you rises like fire. And that fire is preparing you for a decision that will shake your world to its core. The truth is this. You are done being silent. You are done obeying fear. You are done allowing anyone else to write the story of your life. You are closer than ever to breaking completely free. You are searching for ways to restore your dream, old notes, past plans, forgotten ideas, even recalling steps from memory. You are determined to rebuild what was pushed aside. And when you finally take the step you have been preparing for, when you break the invisible chain that has held you back, it will not be a small move. It will be a move that exposes fear for what it is, exposes the truth behind the control, and pulls you back into alignment with your purpose using a force stronger than anything separating you. The storm that has been building inside you is no longer silent. It is pushing through every wall, every restriction, every barrier placed around you. The control that once held you down is slipping. The fear that once kept you quiet is burning away. And now, something far stronger is taking over. Determination. You have reached the point where losing your dream is not an option, where the thought of never moving forward becomes more unbearable than any consequence you might face. Stay with me, because what rises from here is the turning point, the moment everything begins to tilt in your favor. You have started moving with a kind of quiet confidence that no one around you understands. Fear senses it. An uneasiness, a shift, a loss of control. It can feel you pulling away emotionally, drifting farther from its influence, and closer to the truth buried deep inside your own heart. The more it tries to tighten its grip, the more you loosen it. It is no longer fear dictating your choices. It is clarity. You finally see the manipulation, the pressure, the hidden intentions behind the forced pause. And that realization is breaking every chain you once accepted without questioning. Inside your mind, you are replaying every moment you spent building your dream, the warmth of progress, the comfort of purpose, the rare peace you felt when you were moving forward. These memories are not fading. They are intensifying. They are reminding you of what was real, what mattered, what made you feel alive in a way nothing else ever did. Fear thought those memories would weaken over time, but instead, they have become sharper, brighter, stronger. You are starting to understand that your connection with your purpose was never fragile. It was your anchor, your guide, your reason to keep moving. And now, quietly, you have begun taking risks. Small ones at first. Glancing over old backups, checking old notes, searching for fragments of your plan stored somewhere you might have overlooked. And when you cannot find them written down, you turn inward, trying to piece everything together from memory. Your purpose is echoing in your mind constantly, refusing to fade. You are ready to undo the mistake you were forced into. You are ready to begin again. That desire is no longer something that can be suppressed. Every minute that passes without progress feels heavier, sharper, more urgent. A confrontation is coming. Fear senses the shift and is preparing for conflict. It feels you slipping from its grasp, and it fears what happens when the truth comes out. But here is what fear cannot stop. Your heart has already crossed the boundary. Your silence is no longer compliance. It is preparation. You are planning a move that will not only break the imposed restriction but expose the real motive behind it. And once you take that step, there will be no turning back. The tension in your world has reached its highest point, and every second is vibrating with the energy of a decision you can no longer postpone. The silence forced upon you has turned into a weapon, one that is now pointed back at the very fear that tried to control you. You have stopped reacting, stopped explaining, stopped justifying anything. You have withdrawn into a state of deep, burning clarity where every emotion leads back to your purpose. Stay with me, because from this moment forward, every heartbeat inside you is preparing for impact. Fear feels the shift more intensely than ever. It sees the coldness in your eyes, the distance in your responses, the sudden refusal to be controlled. It expected obedience. It expected guilt. It expected submission. Instead, it triggered something far more dangerous, a silent revolt. You are no longer hiding your frustration. Your body language has changed. Your voice carries a sharpness. Your energy is no longer pliable. And for the first time, fear realizes it has pushed too far. Inside you, an emotional earthquake is unfolding. Every suppressed feeling is rising to the surface, the pain of losing momentum, the anger of being controlled, the regret of obeying what felt wrong, the longing that never went away. These emotions are merging into one irreversible truth. You cannot live with the idea of your purpose fading from your life. You have replayed every moment of progress, every small win, every memory, and each one pulls you toward your dream with magnetic force. You no longer care who gets upset, who gets threatened, who tries to stop you. The absence of your purpose hurts more than any confrontation ever could. For days now, you have been carrying a secret plan, one you have not shared with anyone. You have been waiting for the right moment, the right crack in the situation, the right opening to make your move. And now, that moment is arriving. You have stopped responding to the commands of fear, and that silence is not fear itself, it is preparation. You are about to step out of the cage entirely. You are about to reclaim the purpose you lost. You are about to challenge the voice that tried to erase your dream from your world. And when you take that step, it will be bold, loud, and unforgettable. The truth is this. You have reached your limit. You are done being controlled. You are done pretending. You are done allowing fear to sabotage your heart. You want your purpose back, the real progress, the real creation, the real energy your dream brought into your life. And you are willing to face the consequences, the struggles, the setbacks, everything, just to rebuild the bridge that was broken by force. Your next move is not a whisper. It is a storm. A defiant step toward your purpose that no one, and nothing, will be able to stop, block, or undo. The moment everything has been building toward is now standing right at the edge, trembling, ready to erupt. You can no longer contain the pressure tightening around your chest. Something inside you has snapped, not in anger, but in awakening. The forced silence, the paused dream, the imposed restrictions, all of it has reached a breaking point. And now, you are stepping into a version of yourself that even you did not know existed. Stay with me, because this part marks the beginning of a confrontation so powerful that nothing will remain the same after it unfolds. Fear senses the shift like a storm sweeping across a quiet field. It feels the change in your energy, sharp, focused, unwavering. The subtle defiance that once appeared as distant silence has now evolved into a presence that cannot be manipulated. You are no longer avoiding your own reflection, no longer pretending, no longer playing along. Your movements are deliberate, your eyes steady, your spirit unshakable. And this terrifies fear, because it realizes it is losing its grip inch by inch. Inside you, the emotional chaos that once overwhelmed you has fused into a single, unstoppable force. Every memory of your dream, every unstarted project, every moment you were forced to suppress is rising like fire in your veins. You can no longer accept fear's version of your life. You can no longer sacrifice your happiness to protect its comfort. And you can no longer live with the emptiness that formed the moment you set aside your purpose. You are done pretending that losing your dream did not matter. It mattered more than anything you have lost in years. A confrontation is brewing, inevitable, raw, and necessary. You are preparing to speak the truth you have been swallowing for too long. You are ready to look straight into the face of fear and say what you have been afraid to say. You cannot dictate my path. You cannot erase what I feel. You cannot control my future. This declaration is not out of anger, but liberation. You are choosing yourself. You are choosing honesty. You are choosing the purpose that fear tried so desperately to bury. As the tension peaks, something unexpected happens. Fear is not just scared. It is panicking. It did not expect you to rise. It did not expect you to fight back. It did not expect you to value your dream so deeply that even setting it aside could not erase its presence. Its panic begins to leak through every attempt to regain control. It realizes that the stronger you become, the weaker its power grows. And now, for the first time, the dynamic has reversed. You are about to make a move, one that will expose everything. Every lie. Every doubt. Every hidden motive behind the forced pause. Your courage is gathering, tightening like a fist ready to strike at the truth. And once you take this step, nothing and no one will be able to rebuild the wall that kept you apart from your purpose. You are nearing the moment where your heart speaks louder than every restriction, every limitation, every attempt to silence you.